Hello and welcome to my first gameplay commentary. Playing Black Ops 2 today. The game mode is Demolition on Standoff. I'm playing with my buddy Starfish. And, yeah, I know that's a pretty gay name. But anyway, let's jump into topic here. And the topic is very simple. Do you prefer Infinity Ward made Call of Duties or Treyarch made Call of Duties more? Most of my friends that I've talked to in the past seem to like Treyarch games a lot more than they like Infinity Ward games. I don't know really why, but they do. Personally, I would like to see a mix of the two. Infinity Ward games have some things that I'd like to see in Treyarch titles, and some Treyarch titles have different things and tweaks I'd like to see in Infinity Ward games. Some of my biggest complaints are the game modes outside of the standard online competitive modes. I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of hate for this and whatnot, but I really like special ops and survival modes a lot more than I like zombie modes. I have a lot of friends. Actually, I think it's all my friends. It's just me that doesn't like it. But I don't like the zombie modes in Black Ops 1 or Black Ops 2. I can't remember if there were zombies in, World at War. I never really played it that much, and a lot of my friends really gave me a lot of shit for that because they said it's like the best Call of Duty ever, whatever. But whatever. The point is if I wanted to play a zombie game, that I would play Left 4 Dead. I don't pick up Call of Duty to play zombies. I pick up Call of Duty games because I like military shooters. I put in my Call of Duty because I want to play a fast-paced, arcade-style military shooter. If I wanted a simulation shooter or a closer to realism shooter, I'd obviously play Battlefield. But, we're not here to talk about Battlefield. We're here to talk about Call of Duty. So my apologies on that, which is that kind of topic. The map design as well in Treyarch games is a lot better than a lot of the more recent Call of Duty games. Summit from Black Ops 1, Nuketown from Black Ops 1 and 2, Standoff from Black Ops 2, and Hijack from Black Ops 2, just to name a few. Now, I'm really only doing this comparison with the last game released from either company, Black Ops 2 and Modern Warfare 3. The maps, in my opinion, were all awesome from Modern Warfare 2. As far as map design itself goes, Modern Warfare 2, for me, was the best Call of Duty. I would have liked to have seen more maps from Call of Duty 4 come back, like Strike, Vacant, Crash, and Crossfire. But I understand that Crash came back to Modern Warfare 2, but it didn't really come back with a lot of map support. I don't think you play Ground War on it. I'm not sure. I was never really a big Ground War fan. But as far as third-person team tactical goes, which is where me and my friends spent a lot of our time, we couldn't play Crash on third-person team tactical, and that really bummed me out. I loved that map, but I would have really loved to have played on third person. And again, that's pretty much what we did. We did a lot of game battles, little tournaments and whatnot with third-person team tactical. We never really did much first-person. I think we might have played 3 or 4 first-person games. I know that when we Prestige, you couldn't play in the third-person team tactical game mode. So we'd have to play, I think, maybe 1 or 2 games of Headquarters until you hit, level 5 or something like that, so you could actually open up third-person team tactical. But moving on with that, I guess back to Treyarch, a few things that they did better than Infinity Ward was their perks. Hardline was stupid, Commando was stupid, Danger Close was stupid, One-Man Army was stupid, Juggernaut was stupid, Last Stand was stupid. And I was really, really happy when those games were removed, when those perks were removed from the game. The other thing I really like about Treyarch games were the kill streaks. Modern Warfare 2 and 3's kill streaks were so over-the-top, overpowered, that it was just honestly, in my opinion, stupid. There was really no way to counter a lot of kill streaks, especially if you were playing third person like me and my friends did. I still remember to this day, people being able to call in AC-130s, chopper gunners, pave lows. I think even Harriers were pretty bad too. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure Harriers were pretty bad. There was really no way to counter them. Especially if you're playing a game mode like Rust, before you could even pull out your RPG and even have a chance of locking on and actually firing your missile before you and your team completely ate the dust. Your AC-130 was already all over you. Your chopper gunner was all over you. That pave low was all over you. And then having the nuke in the game, it was a really good idea on paper, it seemed like. When it was actually implemented, to me, it didn't really seem like too much of a good idea, especially if you were winning a game, let's say of domination, and you're taking a lot of ass, and you were up maybe 190 to 30. and there's one guy on the other team doing really well that you just couldn't shut down, or maybe he was camping, what have you. But, he gets that nuke, he calls in that nuke, and yeah, the game's over. All of your effort that you had was for pretty much nothing. I know there's some people that are going to disagree with me. I'm ready. I've got my flame suit on for the people that are going to call me stupid for absolutely hating the nuke being in the game. But I really, really hated the nuke being in the game. But I mean, it's not like Treyarch isn't at fault for some really bad kill streaks too, because Black Ops 2 has a Lodestar, which is kind of the same case as the AC-130. By the time you can really pull out an RPG or an Igla or whichever they are now that will actually shoot down a Lodestar, you're dead. The K9 units, you're pretty much dead, especially if they call in a swarm in tandem. And that brings me to the swarm, and that was one of the bigger stupid kill streak moves that I think that you can really think of since the nuke, because there's no way to counter the swarm. You either stay inside of buildings, give up your objectives if you're playing Demolition Headquarters, S&D, what have you. Unless it's team deathmatch, you're pretty much going to lose if somebody calls in a swarm. The swarm is pretty much your nuke in Black Ops 2. I'm not a fan of that at all. Now, moving forward, I don't want to try and get too off topic here, but while I was talking about third person, Treyarch is obviously coming out with Call of Duty Ghosts here in a few months. And one of the biggest things that I really miss from Modern Warfare 2 was the ability to play third-person team tactical or just a third-person game mode in general. And I was really hoping that they're going to be bringing back third-person or third-person team tactical into Ghosts. Now, I don't really want it to be just 4-on-4 again. If that's what they're going to give us, then that'll do, I guess. But I'd really like to see actual playlists for third person, kind of like they had with Core and Hardcore these days. You can go into Core and choose Demolition, Headquarters, Search and Destroy, Team Deathmatch, Domination, so on and so forth. And then you can go into Hardcore and you can choose to play Search and Destroy, Kill Confirmed, Team Deathmatch, and all those fun game modes. But I'd really like to be able to see that with third person. I mean, I was fine with it Modern Warfare 2 going in and playing a game of Capture Flag and then having to go and play a game of Demolition, Domination, Headquarters. I don't think Headquarters actually in that, so scratch that one off there. The point is, though, is that I'd really like to be able to see the return of 4-on-4, being able to maybe do bare bones third person, no kill streaks and perks, maybe even some 6-on-6 action with third-person team tactical, so that we don't have to just stick with 4-on-4. And I'd also really like it if we could actually choose, if I want to play third-person team Demolition, third-person team Headquarters, third-person team Search and Destroy, so on and so forth. I mean, me personally, I grew up on SOCOM. SOCOM, U.S. Navy SEALs 1 and 2 were the games that I played from the time I was like 12 until SOCOM 3 came out and just completely ruined the franchise. And obviously that was a third-person game, and I have a lot of friends that came over to the Xbox when SOCOM 2 came, or excuse me, when SOCOM 3 came out to play Halo, that we've stuck with Xbox now. And it's a really good way for them to be able to make some money, to be able to profit off of those of us that came over from SOCOM and are really wanting a tactical third-person shooter. And I don't really think it would be too difficult. I don't really think there would be much in the coding. You set it to third person for the game mode, and bada bing, bada boom, you're done. But anyway, enough rambling on from me, and back to topic. If I had to actually, at the end of the day, sit down and pick my personal developer for any and all future Call of Duty games, it would be Infinity Ward. I personally would like to hear your opinions on which developer you would choose, if you have a mix of the two, or if you just rather bring in a completely new developer for them and just fire Infinity Ward and Treyarch. But if there's another subject that you want to talk that you want me to talk about too in the future, don't hesitate to let me know in my inbox, Twitter, or comment section. And please, I really want to hear your guys' opinions on Infinity Ward versus Treyarch. So please leave those comments on that and your opinions on that, even if they're in-depth opinions on it, in the comment section below. And as always, thanks for watching, and please remember to like, favorite, comment, and subscribe. and I will leave you with the rest of the 2 minutes of this demolition game that I was playing earlier. Peace out.
Protect the objective. Be advised, hostile care package inbound. Charges set. Be advised, hostile lightning strike inbound. Be advised, hostile RCXD spotted.
Dropped him. Sticky out. He's gone.
Care package awaiting orders. Objective parameters obtained.